Welcome. In this video I'm going to show you how you can perform a Kruskal-Wallis H test using JupyterLab and Python 3. Now this test can be used if you have scores on an ordinal scale and you want to know if the scores are different across different categories, which are then in a nominal variable. It actually looks for different rankings and not just the medians of each category. So if you really want to test for the median, then you should actually use something known as a Moods median test. I'll show how to do this with Python by using an example, and that example will be loaded as a pandas data frame, so I'll need pandas. I'll import that. I've already once installed it, otherwise you can use this command to actually install it. Then I can use the readcsv function. So readcsv, and that will load this file for me, and I'll show you the header, which are the first 5 records, and you can get a little bit of an impression of the data. As an example, I will be using as a nominal field, so for the categories, the location, which was either Diemen, Haarlem or Rotterdam. And as an ordinal field, I'll be using teach motivate, which is the motivational qualities of the teacher. I'll load those simply as my nom and my ord, so that I don't have to keep on typing those. And to get a quick impression of the data, we can use pandas Crosstab, where you simply fill out those 2 fields and then you get a nice little cross table. Now, as you can see, these are not in the correct order, but that's not so relevant at the moment yet, because even more important is that these are actually labels rather than numbers. So I would you should actually convert these to numbers for the ordinal variable. So fully disagree would be 1. Disagree would then be 2, 3, 4, 5. So to do that, we can first have a look at the unique options. So indeed, that's fully disagree, disagree, fully agree, neither disagree or nor agree, missing values and agree. So let's assign the ones that we really want to use to a number. So I can use this coding, which is actually like a dictionary. And then I can use pandas replace function, where I simply say, well, I want to replace in the teacher motivation, I want to replace it with my coding, and I'm going to call that a new name, motivate recoded, so rec. Then let's see if that actually worked. So now if I do a values count, I simply get all the numbers. Now to perform the Kruskal-Wallis test, we can either make use of Pingoian or SciPy. I'll first show you how to do it with the Pingoian package. Again, I need to import that, and I immediately import just the function Kruskal. And then to perform the test, we simply feed it the dv, which is the depending variable, which in my case is the motivation recoded. And then between is the nominal variable, which is location. And in this output, we now see the degrees of freedom, the H value, so the Kruskal-Wallis H value, and the uncorrected P value, which is the significance. So strictly speaking, a significance is the chance of having a sample with this Kruskal-Wallis H value of 21, or even higher if in the population there would be no differences between the 3 groups. And this is very low, so usually below 0.05, so we would conclude that we reject the null hypothesis, as they say, and we'll say that there is a difference between the 3 locations. It's not in the medians, it's actually in the rankings. But in the end, it boils down that they didn't have the same or similar results. We can also do it with SciPy, and with SciPy, instead of feeding it the the ordinal and nominal variable, we need to have the scores for each category in a separate list or in a separate pandas series. So to do that, I'll firstly select my category 1 is where the nominal variable is Diemen. Category 2 is when it's Haarlem, and 3 is when it's Rotterdam. And this gives me for each, I'll show you the first one, a list of booleans with true and false if it's indeed matching the assigned location. That's useful because then I can say, well, from the my ordinal data, if it is true that my cat1 is true, then assign it to the scores and drop any missing values just in case. And I can do the same for each category. So now in get scores 1, 2, and 3, I have the separate list of all the scores. Then I can import site-by-stats cross-call test. And the test can now actually be performed. And that's being done by, this should be code. We can actually simply feed it now the 3 scores. And that should return the exact same results. It doesn't return the degrees of freedom, which usually is required for reporting the results, but that's easily done because it's simply the number of categories minus 1. So if I say I take the length of my nominal variable, the unique scores there, so that's the number of categories, and then minus 1. And that gives me the degrees of freedom of 2, which if I scroll back up was also here. And that's basically it. If you're really interested, in the appendix I go over how you can actually do all of this without using any additional packages except for calculating the p-value, because it's very hard to calculate that without any packages for the chi-square distribution. I'll put a link to this Jupyter notebook file in the description below if you're interested in that. Okay, thank you for watching and I hope this was helpful.